Welcome. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Stony Brook University and our distinguished platform members, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 commencement ceremony for the School of Professional Development. My name is Peter Diplock. I'm the Vice Provost for Continuing Professional and Executive Education, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies. Before we begin, I would ask that you please make sure your cell phones are on mute and take a moment to familiarize yourself with the nearest exit in the case of an emergency. This year marks the 64th commencement at Stony Brook University. Commencement is a time-honored tradition to celebrate and honor the accomplishments of our graduates and to pay homage to the people, resources, and culture that have shaped this great institution. New York's #1 flagship public university was established in 1957 as a college for the preparation of secondary school teachers of mathematics and science. The original campus was located in Oyster Bay on the grounds of a former Gold Coast estate. In 1962, the present campus was built adjacent to the historic village of Stony Brook on land donated by local philanthropist Ward Melville. It is also important to note that Stony Brook University resides on the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary lands of the Aboriginal territory of the Seetalkit and Seetalkot tribe. We acknowledge federal and state-recognized tribes who live here now and those who were forcibly removed from their homelands, and in offering this land acknowledgement, we affirm Indigenous sovereignty, history, and experience. The national anthem will be sung today by Nicole Kars. Nicole is a recent Doctor of Musical Arts, DMA voice graduate of Stony Brook University. Would you please now rise for the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for such a wonderful rendition of the national anthem. It is now my great pleasure to introduce this year's student speaker, who was selected, not yet, who was selected from a group of finalists representing each of the graduate programs here today. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Capadora Peacock from the Masters of Science in Human Resource Management program.
Good evening. Faculty, friends, families, proud parents, and the reason we're all gathered here together, that magnificent class of 2024. As I spent hours Googling tips and tricks to find the best speech ever, I kept seeing the same advice. Talk about the past, take everyone down memory lane. Well, here's the thing. Thanks to the wonders of modern technology and the unexpected journey of a global pandemic, my memory lane looks a bit different. In fact, I realized I've never actually stepped foot on campus my entire degree. My entire college experience was in the digital world, where my closest companions were discussion boards and Zoom screens. And yet, despite spending what felt like every waking hour typing away on discussion boards, there was always that one constant professor telling me, "You're not writing enough." So here I am, attempting to make up for the lost words in this speech. Let's see if I can finally meet up with those elusive word count expectations. I'm deeply honored and humbled to stand here before you as a proud multiracial woman from the Bronx. As we stand here today, on a cusp of a new chapter in our lives, it's impossible not to reflect on the journey that brought us to this very moment. Each of us, regardless of our backgrounds or circumstances, have faced our own unique challenges and triumphs along the way. Our college journeys have been as diverse as the individuals sitting before me. Many of us have juggled full-time careers, started families, said farewell to loved ones, began new jobs, cared for loved ones, and had other personal obligations while pursuing our degrees. In the movies, college journeys are linear, right? The main characters and friends balance their social lives while facing a problem that they always overcome right in time for graduation. Well, as we all know, in reality, things are way more complicated. My college journey was far from conventional. With all its twists and turns, let's just say, instead of a movie, it was more like a telenovela plotline. I jumped right into grad school, bright-eyed, ready to conquer the world, but reality hit me like a ton of textbooks when I figured out I wasn't mentally or academically prepared. From endless calls to financial aid, to nights spent cramming for exams that I swore I aced, only to find out I barely scraped by. Thankfully, most of my professors believed in second chances. And although we wish they could, our personal lives do not slow down or pause for college. Dealing with struggles, like my grandmother being called home by God right as finals were approaching, made the idea of focusing on what I had to get done almost impossible. Without much enthusiasm, I willed myself to finish strong in the face of a heartache of losing someone so close to me. It wasn't pretty, but I can look back at it now with pride because I got it done. I'm sure we all have faced situations that have made college look more like an obstacle in life rather than an impending achievement. We may have even faced times where we wanted to give up, where our plates were so full they were overflowing, and we couldn't keep moving forward. Regardless of the obstacles, we've all persevered, and looking back at now, maybe perseverance is a hidden lesson college have up its sleeve all along. As we stand here today, we celebrate not only our individual accomplishments, but also the collective achievement of this graduating class. While our journeys have been unique, I believe we all share one thing in common: the motive, drive, and determination to have completed our graduate programs at Stony Brook University. Stony Brook has given us an opportunity and the invaluable gift of flexibility and support. I'm deeply grateful for the professors who have generously offered their personal phone numbers, encouraging us to reach out with any questions. They not once made us feel like a burden. Even though I can be the guilty student to admit, when they said no matter the time or day, I may have taken a little too literal, and I'm pretty sure they did not like my Sunday phone calls. We're in debt to those instructors who focused our potential and producing high-quality work long before we did, and to those who went above and beyond to accommodate us when life threw its curveballs. They truly understood what it meant when life just, started lifing. Stony Brook has allowed us to be taught and assisted by some of the most passionate educators and faculty who have shaped our times here. We also need to acknowledge and recognize those individuals who have provided us with support and encouragement throughout our educational journeys. Through determination and the unwavering support of our villages, our families, friends, mentors, partners, parents, and especially our biggest supporters, for me being my incredible mother, we persevered. But it's in the embrace of our loved ones when the journey feels overwhelming. My mother, like many of our own pillars of support, has been a constant source of encouragement, wisdom, and love. She's been there to lift me up when I stumbled, to celebrate my victories, to remind me of my worth when self-doubt creeped in. Her unwavering belief in my abilities has fueled my determination to succeed, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Today, as we stand on the brink of a new chapter, let us honor the unwavering support of our villages, for they have been the guided lights to our journey to this very moment. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, let us not forget, success is not measured by the speed of our journey or the number of hurdles we face along the way. It's about the strength of our character, the depth of our resilience, and the unwavering belief that no challenge is too great to overcome. Because I can attest, never in a million years did I ever imagine the same girl who could not pass speech communication 101 to save her life just a few years ago would be the same one standing here delivering the 2024 commencement address. As the world's greatest musician and poet, Taylor Swift, once said, "We are never, ever, ever getting back together. It's time to move on, take control of your future, and continue thriving." So if you take nothing away from my words today but this, please remember, when an opportunity doesn't knock, there's always a way to build a door. Growth is not about the genius you possess, it's about the character you develop. Take that risk, build those doors for yourself. We weren't forced to be here, we chose to be here. And we worked hard to get here and we earned this. This is a big freaking deal. Don't just be graduates, be innovators. Don't be followers, be leaders. Don't be good, be exceptional. You're not just the class of 2024, we're the leaders of tomorrow. So please, give yourself a round of applause and a job well done. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Capadora, for such a great and inspiring speech. We know you're going to do wonderful things with your degree. As a token of our appreciation, it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Howard Schneider, who will deliver this year's commencement address. Howard Schneider is the Executive Director of Stony Brook University's Center for News Literacy, the former founding dean of what is now the university's School of Communication and Journalism, and the former editor of Newsday. Under his tenure as managing editor, the paper won 8 Pulitzer Prizes. In 2007, Schneider developed the nation's first undergraduate course in news literacy, designed to teach students how to identify reliable news and information. To date, the course has been taught to more than 11,000 Stony Brook students, and the curriculum has been adopted by more than 24 other U.S. universities and by academics in 15 different countries. In 2018, Howard and his colleagues, convinced that instruction had to begin much earlier, began collaborating with the region's K-12 school districts. And in 2012, he co-founded the Alan Alda Center for Communicating Science with actor and science advocate Alan Alda. Please join me in welcoming Howard Schneider.
Good evening and thank you. I want to start with a question for the graduates, but for everyone else in the audience. Have you ever had a very bad day at work? Show of hands. I see a few people who haven't raised their hands, so I assume you've never worked. Is that? I want to tell you about the worst professional day of my life. So I spent decades working up the journalistic ladder. I started as a young news reporter, feature writer, assistant editor, managing editor, working up to the pinnacle to be the editor-in-chief of one of the major newspapers in America. And then a new publisher arrived, and he had a very different vision of what that newspaper should be. And he asked me to fire 24 of our reporters, including some of the most accomplished reporters we had. I refused. He insisted. I resisted. You can guess the ending, I think, right? We had a showdown meeting in his office, and he left me little choice. And so I packed up my office, and in one day, I departed from the professional home and from the professional friends I had and my family, my professional family, after 35 years. And people said to me, what do you want to do with the rest of your life and career? And I said, I want to clean out my basement. 5 days later, the president of Stony Brook University, Shirley Kenny, called me, and she said, Howie, will you help me start the first journalism program school, standalone school in SUNY, and the newest journalism school in the United States? And I'm happy and proud to tell you, and you've heard that we established that school in record time. But in the process, I took a detour. Detours can be very exciting. And I want to talk to you for the next few minutes about the detour I took. Because while we were waiting to establish the school, I taught a class here. And we had no journalism majors. I was teaching biology majors and physics majors. And I really understood and began to perceive that this was back in 2006. They were already overwhelmed and bewildered by what information they could trust. They said to me, is Oprah Winfrey a journalist? Is Michael Moore a journalist? When I go on this new platform that just started called YouTube, and I see these clips about the war in Iraq, what sense can I make of those clips? Are those real clips? So I went back to the president, and I said it's no longer sufficient for journalism schools in the 21st century just to prepare journalists. If we don't spend an equal amount of time of preparing the news consumers of the future, then journalism certainly won't survive, democracy won't survive, and our students will make very bad choices. And you heard from Dr. Diplock that what we did back in 2007 is start the first college course in the United States called News Literacy. How you can decide for yourself, and you can decide, by the way, what information is trustworthy and reliable. And the need for that course was dramatically brought home to me 2 years later during the last epidemic we had. Show of hands, anybody remember the H1N1 epidemic, the swine flu epidemic? It came up the East Coast in 2008 and 9, and unlike other epidemics, which disproportionately affected young babies and older people with bad immune systems, this epidemic disproportionately attacked young adults, 18 to 24. More young adults in the hospital, more young adults who were dying. And Stony Brook became one of the first universities to get the vaccine, and the president of the university urged all the students to get the vaccine. So I'm teaching a course 2 weeks later, 220 students, and I say to them, how many of you have taken the vaccine? Anybody in the first row want to guess? How many of the 220? 10, close. Usually somebody says 0, they're too cynical. So it was 9 students, and I said to them, I'm not your physician. Why aren't you taking the vaccine? Hand goes up. It doesn't affect me. It only affects young people and old people. Person is oblivious to the news. Hand goes up. My mother told me that this is a conspiracy by the drug companies. Hand goes up. I saw a video on YouTube of a young woman who took this vaccine and she could only walk backwards. That video was real. It was watched by tens of thousands of people. The only problem is that that young woman did not take the H1N1 vaccine, and whatever problems she had were not associated at all. I left that lecture very shaken. If the students at Stony Brook, smart students, 25% of whom come here to be doctors, if they're making life and death decisions on the basis of unreliable information, what does that say about our future? And you heard Dr. Diplock. Following that lecture, we created a Center for News Literacy. We accelerated our efforts. We spread it across the country. And then a couple of years ago, we realized it was way, way, way too late to start that training when 90% of 12-year-olds have their own smartphones. So we began to partner with local school districts who adapted and integrated our curriculum into the required instruction of every student in their district. We're currently involved with 20,000 students in 7 districts, and we're working with New York State, hopefully, to get the Board of Regents to mandate, and I know that's a bad word, mandate media and news literacy for every high school graduate in New York. But I have to tell you, and that's why I'm really here, and it's a pleasure to be here, to tell you that while it needs to begin in school, and it needs to be transformative, and it needs to get into the DNA of every 11-year-old in America, it doesn't mean we only have to start in school. It means that we have to continue to go to school. If the news media arguably is the largest school of continuing education in the world, and I would submit that it is, because for better or worse, that's where most of us will learn about new developments in geopolitics, in technology, in science, in health, even in popular culture. News literacy is a lifetime curriculum for everybody who's graduating and everybody who's here. So in light of that, I want to just give you 5 quick takeaways that might help you be smarter news and information consumers. 1, don't shut down. The internet social media revolution has spawned an unfathomable flood of information and disinformation that descends on us each day, coming from reliable sources and not very reliable sources. But the scale is amazing. 3 days after the Hamas attack in Israel, there were 50 billion views of videos about the attack on YouTube. 50 billion. In the face of that kind of flood, that information overload, many Americans choose to turn off, shut down. I can't believe anything. It's too hard for me to figure this out. Or we take shortcuts, right? We basically outsource our judgment to our friends and to technology. I got an email from my friend with a post or an article. He's smart, and I respect him, so the story must be accurate, right? Wrong. I get a tweet, and it's been retweeted 10,000 times, maybe even by movie stars. It must be legitimate, right? Wrong. I search on Google, and I get a search, and it comes up as one of the top 3 or 4 searches. It must be reliable. Wrong. One example. For years, there was a website called martinlutherking.org. It was in the top search results if you went to Google. Anybody know who is behind martinlutherking.org? Raise your hand if you think you know. A white supremacist organization associated with the KKK. Oh my God. Oh my God. What does a .org mean, by the way? When I speak to audiences and I ask them this question, they all say, it means a nonprofit organization, that URL. It doesn't. It means nothing. I checked this morning. You can be a .org for $9.99 a year. $9, you can be a .org. We outsource our judgment. Don't do that. Don't abandon your critical thinking. Look at what you get, where it's coming from. Second thing, if you're not going to shut down, you can slow down. We are not going to slow down the rush of information. It's not going to happen. But we can slow down the way we process and make decisions about information. Half of Americans in a recent survey will pass on links that they get on social media without opening them up. Without opening them up. MIT has done a study that found that fake and false tweets travel 6 times faster than legitimate information. We all need to slow down. We're addicted to speed, and it's not our friend. And it's important that you slow down. And here is basically the reality. A relatively small number of people create misinformation. The rest of us are accomplices. We spread it. So don't share anything without verifying it first. Point 3, stand up for the truth. In a world where belief often has become more important than truth, stand up for the truth. Stand up for facts, especially when they are inconvenient for you. 1/3 of Americans continue to believe that President Obama was not born in the United States. He put his birth certificate online. A vast majority of Democrats, middle-class Democrats, refuse to accept the fact that they got a tax cut under President Trump, even though they did, and their tax returns are right in front of them. I was amazed this week at the New York Times Siena poll. It came out yesterday. 20% of Americans blame President Biden for the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade. Yikes. I don't care about your politics. That has to scare the heck out of you. We're about to vote for the most powerful person in the country. Facts matter. Elvis is still dead. I think. 4, be an active and engaged news consumer. Let me read you something that Margaret Rankel, who's a New York Times columnist, recently wrote. It can sometimes feel like a job keeping up with all this news. Perhaps it feels like a job because it is a job. The work of democracy, the responsibility of democracy, is to be an informed citizen, a person whose news sources are wide and varied, and committed to getting at the truth no matter how assiduously our elected officials work to obscure it. My final point, all of you, be a role model for your family and your kids and your workplace. Practice responsible digital citizenship. Be an advocate for news literacy education in your schools. And I'm proud to say that one of the graduates in the Educational Leadership Program is part of our program. Be an advocate in your schools for continuing education, in your workplace, in your libraries, in your civic organization. Our center stands ready to help. Our democracy and the future of the country depends on it. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Howard. We don't have a present for you. I'm sorry. That's. I would now like to acknowledge the faculty and staff of the School of Professional Development and Stony Brook University who have supported your growth and development throughout your academic journey. I would now ask the entire platform party to stand and to be recognized, and please join me in thanking our faculty and staff. Thank you. I would also like to take this moment to acknowledge 2 of our faculty members who were honored as SUNY Online Ambassadors at a ceremony earlier this spring for their commitment to excellence in online instruction. Please join me in congratulating Ken Foreman, PhD, from the Educational Leadership Program, and Thomas J. McDonald, JD, from the Master of Arts in Higher Education Administration Program. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Dr. Sarah Jourdain, Chair of the Department of Languages and Cultural Studies and Director of the World Language Teacher Preparation Program. Sarah?
Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to share with you the names of our Master of Arts in Teaching students who are with us today and are recipients of this year's World Language Teacher Preparation Awards. I would like to ask each student to stand and be recognized. First, we have Sofia Mastrangelo. Sophia is earning a BA MAT in both Spanish and English as a new language. Congratulations, Sophia. And Michelle Vilkas. Michelle, please stand. Michelle is earning a BA MAT in Spanish. Congratulations, Michelle. Thank you.
So it's not uncommon during commencement exercises to hear the virtues of lifelong learning extolled, and you heard that earlier from Howard Schneider, that we must commit to additional learning and be relentless in our pursuit of opportunities to grow and expand our knowledge, skills, and abilities. In some ways, this message is a bit mistimed. Many of you are thinking, hold on a minute, can't I just celebrate this moment, relish my accomplishments? Do you have to be talking about lifelong learning? So of course you can, and you should, particularly since you've worked incredibly hard to become part of a statistical minority. You are now among the fewer. Data suggests that 1 in 3, or 33% of people in this country, have earned a baccalaureate degree. Only 1 in 8, or about 12%, have earned their master's degree. And I may be biased, but I think your degree is even more special because it comes from one of the country's most respected research universities and New York's #1 public university. You are among the few, and you should certainly be among the proud. So there's no doubt that lifelong learning comes in many shapes and sizes. Some of you will go on to earn additional graduate degrees and certificates. Some of you will embrace workplace-based education and training. And some of you may rediscover the joy in learning much later in life. Such is the case with members of the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, or OLLI for short, at Stony Brook University. OLLI is a member-supported organization of more than 750 learners over the age of 50. That's what the promotional brochure says, but their average age is actually 72. They're dedicated to providing members with dynamic programming and learning opportunities, reminding us that learning can be joyful and that we are never too old to learn. I would ask that you now please join me in recognizing 3 members of OLLI at Stony Brook who've joined us today. Executive Council Immediate Past President Ellen Nice. Executive Council President Sue Mraz. And Executive Council President-elect Ed Metzendorf. Okay, so now the moment you've been waiting for. All right, yeah, that's like, get on with it, yeah. The names of the candidates will be read this year by Dr. Mariana Savoca. Faculty member in the Higher Education Administration Program and Associate Vice President for Career Readiness and Experiential Education. Please join me in welcoming Mariana to the podium.
Yeah, we're ready. Okay, we're ready. Good evening, everybody. First, we're going to bring up the candidates who have earned either an advanced graduate certificate or Master of Arts degree in higher education administration. So what we will do is we will have you come on up to the stage if you are in those programs. You'll bring your card with me so that I can read your name from your card and your family can applaud. And then you will proceed over to shake the hand of our dean and receive your gift. How does it sound? So, all right. Okay, so higher education administration. So first, Alicia Baresi. Anil Persad. Nsikot Akong. Jaquan Thompson. Tiana Concepcion. Abigail Caniff. Sherilyn Norquist. Jared Martino. Ashley Hettinger. Amy Anderson. Jenny Mock. Veronica Nation. Jeannie Bazemore. Gabriela Baez. Mark Spector. Mandy Huang. Alexandra Vincent. Jared Meltzer. Anthony Rinaldi. Kathleen McCoy. Awesome, wonderful. Susan Collins. Mahambe Toure. Cynthia Gonzalez. Andrea Alcivera Gibbons. Jennifer Stickney. Elena Uribe. Denaya Byroms. Diana Ma. Wonderful. Keisha Garris. Niambi Daniels. Timothy Howard. Tyler Moiko. And last but not least, Taisha Khalil. So next, we will call forward candidates who have earned their Master of Arts degree in Liberal Studies. Come on up. Okay. Lin Wang. Heather Thorgerson. Carrie D'Amato Scomilio. Robin Lane. Tara Wanukovich. Teresa Mack. Ana Sostre. Raquel Pinnock Edwards. Daisy Pirzada Salcedo. Sherry Campo McCune. Tatiana Rivera Ludwig. Tiffany Frederick. Leandre Turner. Rachel Harris. Tiano Quihays. Laureen Morissette. Sally Ann Resach. Keon DePass. Robert Flavin. Alec Blyberg. Caitlin M. Muir. Muir, okay, we got it. One more? Okay. Now we switch to the following graduate students who've earned either an advanced graduate certificate or Master of Science degree in Human Resource Management. Come on up. Amanda Zalo. Saruchi Sharma. Ivana Drohomirecka. Jane York. Catherine Kraus. Capadora Peacock. Carrie Kingsley. Hillary Miller. Simon Mathis. William Eric Sauerhofer Thompson. Vanita Abraham. Amanda Alvey. Ebony MacArthur. Iris Kigal. Regina Grice. Shelby Kucera. Irma Baez. Karen Code Rogers. Gabriela Rengifo. Jennifer Somai. Sabrina Smith-Jones. Nihal Chatkal. Farah Jamal. Gina Sabella. Nicole Ferrari. Kenya Julisa Zavala. Victoria Verney. Virginia Pagan. Taryn Blydenberg. Haxel Rojas. Janelle Brown. Ebunolowua Ruth Dansu. Mazabin Afsari. This is so much fun. Kelly Ann Grodotsky. Lauren Smith. Christy Murphy. Angelia Lasasaglia. Jonathan Lopez. Elaine Frere-Jacques. Alex Gordonson. Kimberly Nottingham. Kriti Kapoor. Pamela Gaynor. Danielle Gianatelli. Dylan Clark. Caitlin Quell. Stephanie B. Pierre. Nikita Kwong. Tiambi Jones. Michelle Baudette. Elizabeth Nolan. Oh, okay. Okay, now for our teachers. The following candidates have earned a Master of Arts in Teaching, and the area of specialization will be read along with each candidate's name. Shall we? Therese Laspiza, Biology. Galinkin. Stephanie Galinkin, Biology. Kiara Joseph, biology. Samuel Kirchner, biology. Grace Hessler, biology. Jessica Sidlow, earth science. Joseph Zhao, biology. Jackie Chen, chemistry. Junyu Liang, biology. Catherine Dwellett, chemistry. Puneet Khosla, physics. That was physics. Marisol Blanco, biology. Callie Culyas, biology. Frank DiCanio III, biology. Justin Schwartz, chemistry. Chiogallo? Okay. Henry Chiogallo, chemistry. Emily Anderson, biology. Julia Costello, chemistry. Bridget Portuis, chemistry. Alana Schwartz, biology. Stephanie D. Nicola, biology. Morgan Callahan, biology. All right. Michael Ciccoloni, earth science. Jason Caesar, biology. Brianna Murillo, biology. Erin Magliano, biology. Lauren Gentili, biology. Darren Clayton, English. Matthew Migliori, English. Ryan Lappy, English. Yep. Agapi Konstantina Spathis, English. Olivia Karp, English. Isabel Shepard, English. Samantha Monroy, Spanish. Sofia Mastrangelo, Spanish. Michelle Vilcas, Spanish. Oh, that's beautiful. Christelle Millery Grislow, French. Katie McCombs, Social Studies. Harshidaben Ratod, mathematics. Gabrielle Diana, mathematics. Erin Laxton, mathematics. Faith Thorne, mathematics. Justine Burns, mathematics. Danielle Catanzarit, mathematics. Christina Danielle Zarilli, English. Lee Jun Wen, mathematics. Anchi Chen, mathematics. Student athlete, you go, girl. Aristea Franks, mathematics. Alexandra Nunez, mathematics. Michael Pellegrini, mathematics. James McKiskey, mathematics. Joshua Paley, mathematics. Zachary Sawalski, mathematics. Danielle Perez, mathematics. Jack Myhill, social studies. Shane McGuire, social studies. Nicholas Gross, social studies. Benjamin Orland, social studies. Hannah Farrell, social studies. William Smith Jr., social studies. Tara Haff, social studies. Anthony Dioria, social studies. Wonderful. Lindsay Rasmussen, social studies. Emily Monteleone, social studies. Jenna Scardino, social studies. Jessica Guevara Vasquez, social studies. Michaela Granger, social studies. Jandairan Hundairan, social studies. Roy Ferrara, social studies. Jonathan Puma, social studies. Joshua Berkowitz, social studies. Madeline Laponer, social studies. John Vestal, social studies. Jack Quinn, Social Studies. Okay. Our final group of candidates, everyone, are individuals who have earned a postmaster's advanced graduate certificate in educational leadership in preparation for being certified to serve as school building leader, school district leader, or as school district business leader. Sean Letford. Christina Minuti. Jessica Saravia. Dana Wachter. Let's go. Adango Longjohn. Karan Marshall. Omolade Otulaja. Bondar. Michelle Bondar. Oops. Jill Henriksen. Joanna Paloglu. Deborah Corral. Ellen Malashevsky. Ronnie Taveras. Lauren Condi. Alana Gamber. Taylor Plotke. Lisa Minlin. Diana Alexa Santiago. Corinne Zachary. Latina Khalil Hairston. Jasmine Mark. Ashley Venable. I believe the forum is now yours.
Could I please have a round of applause for our name reader, Dr. Mariana Savoca? Congratulations, graduates. I would now ask everybody to stand and please congratulate our graduates. We're almost done, but we have two groups that we still need to acknowledge today. There are people here today that have provided you with love, encouragement, and support of all kinds. Graduates, I would now ask you to please join me in congratulating your families and all of the loved ones that helped you along this journey. All right. Lastly, I would really like to extend a special appreciation to members of the School of Professional Development Commencement Committee and other School of Professional Development staff for all of their hard work in planning today's wonderful ceremony. And I would also like to thank again the faculty and staff on our platform party. So that concludes our ceremony with one last congratulations to our graduates. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you all for joining us today. I'd like to invite you to attend and join us for our reception with light appetizers and refreshments on the Stoller steps. I would also ask that you please remain in your seats until the platform party has recessed from the stage and the marshals have led the graduates and faculty out of the auditorium. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening, and congratulations again, graduates.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go, as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, you're gonna leave 'em all in love. You don't have to feel like a wasted space. Your original cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds after a